That's like the best bread I've ever had. That's real bread. I just made real bread. Today I've been learning how to make a really easy 5-ingredient loaf of bread with ingredients that you have probably already got in your cupboards, and it turns out to be a complete success. And as a self-labelled disaster baker, if I can do this successfully, then you almost certainly can too. So at the moment I'm kind of in my DIY, do it yourself, make it yourself, avoid as much junk food and additives as possible era. Try saying that really fast. And so I decided that rather than buying bread, which I don't really eat that regularly anyway, but my partner does, and rather than buying it from the shops off the shelf where it's probably got a load of different preservatives in it to make it last longer, that I wanted to make it at home. Now, the last time I made bread was probably about 15 years ago, maybe more. I was definitely a teenager. And I remember it being a kind of quite exciting process. It's full of different textures and sounds and smells, and the end result is something awesome. Everybody loves a bit of bread. I was speaking to somebody who gave me a very straightforward recipe for some easy make bread. It's only got 5 ingredients in it, which is easy peasy. We could obviously complicate it if we wanted to, but we're not going to do that today. We're going to stick with 5 ingredient bread, and it's going to go really, really well. It is. The 5 ingredients that we need: bread flour. We're going to go with white because that's what I've got in the cupboard. Salt. People say laughter is the spice of life, but I think it's salt, if I'm being completely honest. We're going to use fast or quick action yeast. Super reliable, great friend to have in the cupboard. We're also going to use about 3 tablespoons of olive oil, which most of us will have in the cupboards already, but if you don't, get some olive oil. And then water, just 300 millilitres of water, and all of that together is going to give us a ball of dough. And then once we heat that ball of dough thoroughly all the way through, we're going to have something awesome to eat afterwards. How exciting. So I need to get a few bits together. We're going to need a bowl. We're going to need a measuring jug. So where can I find these things? Maybe in the dishwasher. Oh, yes. In the dishwasher. Our dishwasher is protesting at the moment because we decided to use it less. So it's decided it doesn't want to work as well. So we have a bowl. It's this Christmas bowl. Like they say, every day that you bake is Christmas. Strong white bread flour. It's got mussels, Celtic sea salt. This stuff is really extra salty. I don't know the science behind it, but like a pinch of that and a pinch of like regular salt, completely different experience. That one pinches you back. We need the yeast. Why is everything plastic? That's another thing at the moment I'm trying to do, is cut down on my plastic use, buying things that come in packets like this. I'd like to get to a point in life where I'm relying on purchasing like pre-made and pre-packaged foods as little as possible. I think the amount of rubbish that we just send to landfill constantly is insane. And that all just ends up in a big festering pile somewhere forever. Like, that's wild. There's something quite irresponsible about just treating everything as disposable. I'm definitely trying to implement some more responsible practices into my day-to-day life. Basically, I want to be able to just make everything myself. I'd love to be like completely self-sustainable. I don't know how realistic that is in kind of this day and age, but the dream would be, you know, to be as self-sustainable as possible. So I'd love like a bit of land just to be able to grow food and just kind of cultivate a more positive life, really. That would be the dream. So let's manifest the dream. Bread flour. We've got the bread flour. We've got the salt. We've got the yeast. We've got this very prestigious looking olive oil with a rather grumpy looking man on it. Got the olive oil. Water. Let's get the water. Tap is over here. The water. And that means we can start measuring things. So let's do the measure. What we need is our handy dandy weighing scales. 500 grams of strong white bread flour. 2 teaspoons of salt. Half a teaspoon of salt. 4 times. Let's just do it. Let's just follow the recipe. I'm not kidding you. This is so extra salty. Great. Good stuff. That's what we want. So we're going to put the bread flour, the salt, and the yeast, because that's dry. We're going to put all of these dry ingredients into the same bowl. There is a real science to cooking and making things. Yeast goes in the bowl. But what's really cool is, I remember talking about baking to somebody once, and sort of, we were just talking about cooking in general and kind of fond memories that we might have around cooking. And she was sort of saying that all of her memories around cooking are to do with her grandmother. Her grandmother used to bake a lot. And I was like, yeah, mine did it as well. She used to make food for a lot and bake food. And then I really thought back, and I remembered back to all of the things that my grandmother, my nan, used to bake before she passed away. And I remember she used to bake a lot of cakes. But I say bake, that is a lie. She didn't bake them, she microwaved them. She microwaved these cakes, and they were great. This is like 20 years ago. She'd microwave these cakes and they would be the most moist, spongy cakes ever. Not a crispy bit inside. But when you try and bring that into a conversation about baking, it leads people to go, oh, what? Really? That's disgusting. So I don't really talk about that much, but I'd love to do that one day, just as a nostalgic kind of thing, just to take me back a little bit. But I don't have a microwave, and I actually don't think the cake was that nice when I think back. We're going to add 3 tablespoons of oil to the water. Right, 3 tablespoons of oil. Add the oil and water and mix. Oh, it means mix in the bowl. Right. Wake up, Sebastian. It's lunchtime. At the minute, we've basically got like a soupy, oily, watery, floury mess. Been at this for like 10 minutes now. So what we need to do now is put some flour on the surface. We can wipe all the soap away. We're going to put the dough, which currently looks like this, so we're going to knead it for 10 minutes. Right, let's set a timer. 10 minutes. Ooh, can't say anything. 10 minutes, 30 seconds. Because it'll probably take me that long to get this out of here. It's very sticky. I don't really know what kneading means. It means to like squish it all together. I'm not going to make you watch me do this for 10 minutes. I'll be back in a bit. So it's when the dough is smooth, to put it in a well oiled or just a lightly oiled bowl. So I'm going to put a splash of this oil in the bowl and just use the paper to smush. Please work. Just chilling in its bowl. And then it says to cover it with cling film. I don't have cling film. I don't use cling film. What can I use instead? Okay, I've got a bit of plastic bag that I've been using for something else. Okay, we're gonna leave that there. It stays in there for 1 hour. So I'm gonna disappear for 1 hour. I'm gonna take the dog out. But before I do that, I'm gonna tidy up. I'm gonna clean everything and then I'll be back. So 1 hour, let's go. Hi. Where's your harness? Thank you so much. Thank you. Inside. That's it. Well done. You do a big shake. Let's go. Let's go for a walk. Shall we? Come on. Okay, so it feels quite warm. Let's take off its jacket. Ooh. Okay, so it has grown quite significantly. I was kind of scared it wouldn't, so that is good news. Thank you, yeasties. So what are we doing next? We are getting a baking tray and putting some paper on it. Okay, tray, paper. So it says here, punch the dough. Punch air out of dough and fold in. Ooh. So put on paper on the tray and then leave for another hour. What am I going to do for an hour? And I feel so nice. Okay. Okay, and cover with a damp tea towel. Sorry about that, got a little bit bright. Damp tea towel. I'm going to run it under the tap. And we're going to put it to bed. Okay, so 1 hour timer going on. I'm going to go and do some studying and I will see you in an hour. Are you ready? Are you ready to see it? It's ginormous. It's Bigger than my face. Next step is dust the loaf with a little bit of flour. Score it, make a hole, a slice, and stick it in the oven. But first, we're going to preheat the oven to 220 degrees Celsius. We need to be just shy of incineration, and then we're good to go. And I'm going to do a line sort of right across it. I kind of want to do 2. It's looking quite good. Quite like that. I think that's going to be tasty. It's going to go in for about 25 to 30 minutes. But there's something I want to do is we're going to get 2 oven dishes. These type of ones. And we're going to put them in the bottom of the oven filled with water, which should turn into steam as it heats. It doesn't say to do it in the recipe, but I want moist bread. Moist? Moist, I'm sorry. It worked. I'm pretty confident. It looks great. So let's give it 20 minutes. I'm excited. It is literally bigger than my face. This looks awesome. I don't think these really worked out the way I wanted them to, but this is bread. This looks like bread. It smells like bread. I think we should cut into it, and I think we should try it. Let's try it. Chopping board. Bread. Well, that is certainly bread. That looks wicked. Look at that. That's proper bread. I'm well chuffed. I've been told, though, that there is truly only one way to assess whether or not bread is, in fact, bready enough, and that is by using the mouth. Nice dollop of butter there. Let's do it. That's like the best bread I've ever had. That's real bread. I just made real bread. All I want to eat now is bread. Bread for days. It's not too salty, but it's not salty at all. Salt's from the butter. I wish I could give it to you through here. That would be perfect. If you want to give it a go yourself, I will put a link to the recipe down there. I think you'd be great at it. I think you should give it a go, make your own bread, enjoy it. It's a nice process, it's fun, and it's rewarding. This is incredible. Give it a go, make your own bread, become a bread master. Because I ate this first loaf so quickly, I had to repeat the process again a few days later, and this time I decided to split the dough into 2 loaf tins, resulting in 2 adorable tiny mini loaves. These loaves were just as nice as the first ones that we made. The process was even easier the second time round, so if you do give this a go, keep in mind that you can get a little bit creative and you can make something entirely different than I have. Best of luck and happy baking!